Hi guys, welcome to ReCap. I'm Israel, this is Rahaim,
Hi.
and we are going to go through just a couple of the things that we learned this week here at IDS.
Right, so starting off, we learned three general things for this week.
But we didn't only learn three things, but
Oh,
these are three standouts.
three standout things. But one, the importance of taking a quick win.
Ooh.
Two, streamlining systems or streamlining your design process or things like that when dealing with clients. And then lastly, the importance of telling stories in sales.
Yep.
So starting off.
Yeah. Well, the importance of taking a quick win. So I think it's about finding success in quick development of ideas.
Yeah.
You know, being able to brainstorm quickly. And you're not always going to necessarily brainstorm like the most groundbreaking, innovative idea, but it's something that works well, reaches the market well, and is able to execute, and something you can do quickly.
Yeah. So reason we say the importance of these quick wins is like when it comes to like working in an agency, you're dealing with many different clients, and you're dealing with many different projects all at once. So you can't always dedicate that much research time, that much brainstorming time to every single little thing. So what can help is just like maybe just going a little Pinterest or referencing something that you saw. Or something that has worked before, and just say, okay, let me take this idea, reconstruct it a little bit adjust it for this project, and then going with that. So it gives you time to say like, let me save time here with this little project, so that like if you have another project that requires more thinking power, you have that time to actually dedicate to it.
Yeah, it's like leapfrogging, so you don't have to build everything from scratch.
Yeah.
And that also helps if you have like an image bank or an idea bank as well, something you could just dip into, reach into, and use an old idea that you came up with before but didn't work, repurpose it, and just go down your road.
Yeah, not every idea has to be completely unique. It just has to be like maybe better than another idea.
Yeah, and it has to like maybe it didn't fit another context, it fit this context, it worked for this execution. Yeah. So it's one thing that I tend to say is like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be done. Yeah. Because like we as creatives, we tend to want to fine tune and tweak every little last detail. And while that is a good impulse because it shows that we're dedicated to the craft, the world doesn't necessarily need like everything to be perfectionist and picture perfect. What minimum viable release in a sense, what best executes the message in a timely fashion. Yeah. So the next thing.
So streamlining systems. So this is a relevant issue that we came across this week, where
that's a bit of a reminder, not necessarily we only learned it this week, but it's a reminder of things
a lot. So like where we're kind of dealing with many different projects like over the past couple of months. We've been dealing with many different projects from different clients.
So thanks, clients, because things have been picking up. We love you.
Definitely not. It's just that when it comes to like the day-to-day management of it, sometimes you can not like miss big things, but miss the little things, right? Like where just like preparing documents for clients, just remember to these particular set of documents, maybe these need to have like a bleed marks on it, or printer marks, or this has to have this logo on this particular size. Like those tiny little details that you can miss is like that can happen when you're not you're trying to get through with everything. So we were discussing just best practices to eliminate those things, like making sure you prepare your documents, all your documents, maybe like say like have a standardized set of preparation check marks for your documents, so that say you start off say in May, you're working on this, and in June, since you prepared all your documents in this particular way, you don't have to kind of go back over to like check back or anything like that unnecessarily.
So like templating in a sense, where that this is the rough template that if this is going to this printer, this is the template that it needs to have. These are the marks it needs to have, how it needs to be saved, size bleed. And so then when this is going to X printer, you open like a file that is set up to go to that printer, and you just drop in your artwork at the right size. Settings are already there, that kind of thing. And those things help to save time, but also cut down on little errors that can lead to big problems.
Exactly.
So kind of a reminder, but that's the whole thing. Like you're constantly learning and relearning certain lessons. So Yeah, that's good. And then the final thing, the final big thing that we learned this week is the power of telling stories in sales and in marketing. Yeah, I think that's pretty important.
Yeah, so like with that, we had a session where we were kind of brainstorming for a client, and one thing that we've been noticing with some of the projects that we're doing is how important it is to sell people on an idea that's bigger than the project itself, right? So, because we all know we live in a social media age, and we're very almost overstimulated by, you know, ads and different promotions on social media and whatnot, right? You're always being sold to, whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, whatever the case may be, right? And if you really want to be effective with, you know, sales, if you want to be effective with marketing, you kind of have to go beyond what the product is, right? And
it's kind of like the art of the quiet sale.
Yeah,
art of passive sale.
Passive sale, right? Like, you know, give people
first.
Yeah, we came up with that, right? So because it was just something like, you know, you might notice with your own, maybe you have a small business and whatnot, and when you just put out like a generic ad that is just the product and like maybe a pricing and stuff like that, you might only get 7 likes, 8 likes, or, you know, depending. But say you put out a video that's just, but it's not about the product, so it's just about people, or it's something that happened, like maybe there was an event or whatnot,
right?
That one gets a lot more attention, right? I mean, there's factors to it with like Instagram's algorithm and whatnot, but generally speaking, people will respond to that kind of media a lot differently, something that we observe.
Yeah. People respond to media with faces in it, with video. You know, humans, video, faces. With the algorithm changing nearly every day, thanks Instagram. You know, it gives us the opportunity. It's almost pushing us in that direction. So maybe the algorithms that y'all need to come along with. But things have been changing so rapidly that we need to be mindful of what we put up. And then it's the idea too of like quiet space in the market, because when everything is so loud, like have you ever seen a product on a shelf where everybody's branding is super loud, but this one product is like simple? Like think of weight roast. Very simple packaging, and everyone else around it is loud, energetic, and your eye just lands on that quiet space of weight roast.
It was like the resting spot amongst the noise.
Yeah, exactly. So then like passive sales could be like everybody's like buy this, buy my product. But then the passive sale is more so like, hey, we have a story. We're telling you about this person. We're telling you about this situation. And oh yeah, by the way, this product fits in to this person's life or fits into this situation. And it's like, and it's kind of like what, again, Samsung did with that ad, where the Samsung product was kind of like lightly shown with the person playing the guitar. It wasn't Samsung. So that's the kind of thing. So those sorts of things can help. So those are just like 3 of the things that we learned this week here at IDS. What are some things that you have learned in your creative process, in your work, in your day-to-day life? Tell us in the comments. If you found value in this video, like, comment, share, engage with our content. We love to hear from you. And until next week's recap, take care.
Take care.